So we're all in this quarantine together, and it's affecting all of us in many different ways. A lot of us have small businesses, or a lot of us are content creators, and we feel like we're lacking some technical expertise, or we don't have a crew, or we don't have certain resources. But at the end of the day, we have our phones. Everyone has a cell phone, an iPhone, an Android, whatever it may be, and you can create really good content on your iPhone. And recently we've even created a film on all of our phones using webcams, using our laptops, whatever we had available, and it came out quite well. And I'm actually really surprised at the quality you can get out of your phone when you know the limitations of it and you know how to shoot. And that's what I really want to go over, some tips and tricks that will help you create good content. But the main thing is, it's not just about the quality, but about the context in the type of content you create. Stop overthinking your technical limitations and what camera and what tool and what lighting and whatnot you need, and just basic fundamentals that are going to help you propel your content to that next level. Execution is very important, quality is very important, but at the end of the day, story and context is key. Also, you need to be consistent when you're creating that content. A great investment that I do suggest if you're going to be utilizing your phone is some kind of tripod or a ring light with a tripod built into it. I got one from Amazon for about $40. It's not built the greatest. It's, a little flimsy. It doesn't go extremely high. The lighting is not the highest CRI, but let's not get into all that technical mumbo. It does do its job. It keeps the camera in place and it provides some lighting. It's very portable, and you can attach a small little portable battery to it so that you can take it anywhere you need to go. There's some techniques that you can utilize, and once you've got the composition and you understand the technical limitations of the phone, the next limitation is going to be yourself. One thing I like to do is I like to tuck my elbows into my body as I hold my phone, because it's giving me another pressure point, it's making my shots more rigid, and it's keeping the camera stable. Because the problem is the phone is so light, and any little vibration is going to come through. So if you don't have that stabilization effect, or you just want your footage to look more cinematic and more professional, this is a technique that anybody can do. You can do this in vertical mode or horizontal mode. The way you place your hands is obviously important as well. When it comes to lighting, you can just use your outside daylight, go near a window, use whatever household practical lights you have, table lamps, move them around, do whatever you need to. Or if you happen to have a small LED light, or even your cell phone, this can allow you to get some decent lighting. Next up, we got to talk about the resolution. If you have a newer iPhone or an Android, you want to shoot in the highest resolution possible. Because of the compression that these cameras have, you are going to lose quality in the long run when you start compressing it more and more in the export. So if you have 4K, 24 frames, you want it to look like a movie as much as possible, use that mode. Frame rate's really important. Most cameras are going to be at 30p, but if you want more natural motion blur, more cinematic of a look, use 24p. 30p is acceptable though, especially if you're doing some kind of sports or fast movement. This might be better for that situation. Also, you may want to think of considering slow motion. Do you have some kind of cool shot or some kind of effect you want to pull off and you need slow motion? You can enable that in your camera settings as well. Most of the new cameras have access to 120 frames per second, even 240 frames per second. Although highly compressed and will require a lot of lighting to get a good look, it can be really effective on what you're trying to create. The aspect ratio is also really important. What kind of platform are you delivering your content to? Because if you're just going to do YouTube, then 16:9 aspect 1920 by 1080 will suffice. But if you're trying to do something like TikTok or Instagram stories, then you're going to want to shoot it in vertical. But if you want to deliver it to multiple platforms, you can also shoot with a horizontal 16:9 aspect ratio, but keep the subject always in the center of the frame. Give yourself some space so that you can also export it in a vertical mode and you don't lose a lot of the content. Another big thing you can do as a content creator or a small business is really utilizing live video. Twitch is huge, YouTube Live is huge, Instagram Live is huge. You can even go live on Facebook. TikTok now has it where you can go live and you can actually receive donations if you have over a certain amount of followers or whatnot. This enables you to interact with your viewers and your consumers on a daily basis without much effort and setup. You could plop up a light, simple light, or go somewhere where there's some daylight, put the camera on a tripod, and go live and just talk to people. So you've got all these clips, you got this awesome footage, and you even have an idea in your head of how you want it to come together. But then there's the whole technical mumbo jumbo of actually editing. Well, that's where we come in. Us at Red Pen Media, we specialize in post-production as well, and we can put together the video that you'd like in a timely fashion and work in any capacity to bring that to life.